let's go back. I've got some stuff programmed in here, it's just crap, but I wanted to put something in. So the circuit tracks is coming in on my mixer in a different channel. You'll access, if you're plugged in the back, you'll access your levels here. Now I want to create an audio track. So this one I'm done with because I've already got CT1 and 2 in there. So I'm going to delete 5 plus audio. And I get this over here. The volumes that I'm hearing don't matter. And it's pre-fader if I'm remembering right. So it's kind of dialed in for my recording, unless I record into the Tascam. Or unless I set my recording source to the main outputs, which would be 1516 on this. Then I could affect it with my mixer over here. As it is, I just want to get a loop that's really basic and unaffected so that I can play with it later. And I'll dial in some of the effects on the circuit tracks. So to do this, we're going to go mixer, and you'll probably do input 1 or 2 or both. For me, I have it coming in through 9 and 10. And when I'm hearing it, it's not going to go out 1 and 2. I'll go 6 for now, where my bass usually is. Or 7 for synth. So now I'm ready. I'll record enable. Go back to matrix. Now I can hit shift and change it to do 4 bars by hitting the number 3 down at the very bottom. So now it's doing a 4 bar. That's one of the most useful things really quickly, to change your recording length and your drop in length. It changes both how often you can drop in, so how long of a measure you'll get, and then also how long it records. It's recording beyond the 4 bars lately, so we'll trim the clip when we're done. We're at least going to trigger from this, so we'll hit record. Oops, and it's overdubbing all that because we have record enable selected. So I can unarm everything but 5 and then record, and we're going to trigger a new one. So I'm going to do it right after this hits. Watching for it. Then you just hit record. So I know I went just a little over. It should be about 20 beats or something, 20 bars. So we'll look at the clip there, it is 20, and about 4 of us. We'll dial that back down to 16. Oh, 15, we'll just re-trigger the launch so you can hear it right. Sometimes that gets in the way. So now my re-triggers are 4 bars. I can hit shift and go to 1 bar by hitting shift 5. Now we've got a 16 bar clip, and I can trim the end with trim clip, tap this at the top, and that'll be CT, that's synth 1, so CT1, 16 B for bar loop. You can give it more description, that's enough for me for right now. So as it is, I can dial it into 2 sections of 8. They're kind of separate with how I adult. That's part of the modulation there. Let's go back to matrix and we'll see that one is relabeled. We can relabel the whole channel as CT1 dubs. Alright, now we can create an audio track for CT2 and make it dub anything that we get for what do I have to do here? There we go. It's tempting to get a keyboard and hook it up for this, so CT2 dubs. Okay, now I'm ready to record from this one as well. 2 is usually more synthy, so it's probably going to output 7 as well. I usually do bass with some of the first offerings in the channel 1. Let's see, out 7, input, 9, 10. We'll do these one at a time. Oops, that was way overdone. Record these one at a time as I do this so I only get the one sound. And what you're hearing in the background, if I kill, so 9 and 10's going to submix, so I'll kill the drums, it's 5. So this is channel 5 and this is coming through in 9 and 10, so here you can hear the 2 different drum lines that are going, showing me that I'm in time and my samples are good. It's got a duck going on with the bass and the kick drum there. So I can record that drum line as well and capture it with an audio CT drums dubs. So what would we do here? We would clip stop. Oh, and you know what I did? I don't think I stopped those others when I did that recording. Let's go back and listen to just that. So we're going to clip stop everything and just hit this one. I did. So we can do another audio and copy that over as boom, copy. Now I'm going to delete that. So CT layers closed. So now I've got that captured. I can mute that channel if I don't want to listen to it. And then I'm going to go back and play just this one. And I can play my drums. The only way to do that is hit launch and then clip stop the second one before it launches. So I can hit launch, boom, clip stop. So now I'm going in a loop, and I'll go shift 3 for 4 bar. And I'm going to be recording synth 1, coming in through 9 and 10 into CT1 dubs. Record, tap. Well, that didn't work. I didn't record enable the channel 5, record enabled. So right after it clicks, record to stop. Let's look at how long that was. It was way over 32. So we'll dial it back to 32 and see how that sounds. I'll probably chop it into a couple. We'll just do that real quick. So matrix. Now I've got it down to 32, and I can take a copy of that. So holding copy and then hitting in launch. Now I can dial the first one to the first 16. And then launch this one. Notice that took the full 4, so I can change that with shift again. Look at the clip. So we'll go down to 16 and then starting at 16. 17. So that one's a little more subdued at the start and for longer. Have some fun with your loops. You can provide just slices of them and hop back, and these are the long haul loops. Back to matrix. So now I've got a copy of this, and I can take this MIDI out. Look back at the clips of these, and the strength of the waveform is strong. Those are keepers. So back to matrix. We'll mute channel 3, holding mute and hitting the button below 3. And now that MIDI's muted, so you can rename these now to have a correlation. You can always take this and assign new sounds to it, and that's the fun part. We can do that in another layer over here. Since we got that there, we can always put a recording on here. So go unrecord arm, record arm, channel 8. We've got that same MIDI pattern. Let's just pick a different sound. So preset 1. Oh, now I need to unmute the MIDI track and have a listen, huh? And bring up 9 and 10. That's interesting enough. I'm going to capture that. Sounds like we're a little blown out. Yeah, gain's a little hot. Kind of like the distortion on it though. Sounds like the distortion I get from my bass drive. So now we're going to make sure we're on the right places. Coming in 9, 10. And we're still coming out of that MIDI there. So this is irrelevant. We're just going to make sure that 8 gets its inputs from 9 and 10. And this one we're going to go bass, channel 6 for me. So over on my mixer, I'll double check unity. Back up. You can see the red, bring it down a little. Ready to go. Back to matrix. Record enabled there. Record. It says recording to clip. So we've gotten past the halfway point. And be ready. back around there. So I've had my fun. Clip, matrix, look at the clip. So dial it to 32, trim. So let's remember this is the original one here. Let's go back to it. I'm going to copy it to there. And this will be the full 32 bar. Name it as such. And then select, and one of these other ones to not trigger, but to be able to rename it. Like when you come to these moments, did I move? Let's hit undo. I think I saw it move right there, and I did. I bumped it, so it'll bump it. When you come to these ideas, you need to rename stuff, hit select, and you don't trigger the loop that you're hitting or playing. So what do we need? Setups 1, and it's 16 bar. I think 1. No, that's part 2. 2. So then we can select the one above it, and 16 bar part 1. Boom. Got her done. Back to there, and your matrix looks clean. You have an understanding of what's going on here. Okay, so now we've got these two different sounds. We can mix with them. I've got them in my Model 16 as channels 7 and 8. So no, 8's audio and vocals. I've got them as 6 and 7. The bass. Mixer IO. Bass out 6. We just did that with the same MIDI line, just copied with a different sound that I looped, added some effects to, did a long recording of 32-ish bars, chopped up a little bit. Now we've got a couple bass lines that hit the mid and the low. Both of them carry a little bass with them, one more than the other. Boom. On to some other projects. Save your project. Project as, if you forgot what you've done. See, that's my MIDI template. And I did a rad track yesterday. I know it's the C tracks one now. I want that out. Mars transmissions. Save. Kick ass. Hope this helped. Time to dig in. Get your channels into your MIDI. Make sure you save your template. Then start playing around with your recordings. Get that information out of that little MIDI pile right there that is essentially meaningless when you turn off your circuit tracks. Remember to dig deeper into your music instruments than just the sound at the top of the face. Twist some knobs. Let's friggin' shred.